Thankful Thursday, July 23rd, 2020. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Grenada, Caracou, PT, Martinique. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Good Morning Grenada. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope everybody had a restful and peaceful Wednesday. It's Thankful Thursday. Let's wake up and give thanks to be in the land of the living. Let's look at our blessings. Let's think of how blessed we are here, whichever part of the world you are. I'm sure you're being blessed in some way or the other. Good morning to each and every one of you tuned in this morning. Those of you on the GBN Television Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd. Those of you watching on GBN TV channel 7, 11 or 20, and of course the folks listening to Classic 105.5, 105.9, Hot 98.5, 98.7. Good morning. All the viewers and listeners tuned in from across the Caribbean, special good morning to each and every one of you as well. Those of you internationally, happy to have you guys joining us. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hope you will have a good day, are having a good day, have had a good day. And it's time for the word of the day. This morning's word of the day, clamber, or it can also be pronounced clamor, C-L-A-M-B-E-R. It's a verb which means to climb using both feet and hands, climb with effort or difficulty. Clamber or clamor. Clamber, to climb using hands and feet, comes from the Middle English word, which is possibly a frequentative verb, which also means to climb. For the etymology is unsatisfying, it has been suggested that clamber is a blend of Old English climban, which means to climb, and clayman, which means to press. Clamber is akin to Old Norse, which means to hook onto, and Middle High German word, which both mean to climb tightly. Clamber entered English in the second half of the 14th century. Word of the day, C-L-A-M-B-E-R, clamber, or it can also be pronounced clamor. It's a verb which means to climb using both feet and hands, climb with effort or difficulty. An example of the use of the word, he began to clamber as fast as he could out of the enclosed space, his feet scrambling at the wall and knocking bricks free. Word of the day, clamber, C-L-A-M-B-E-R, a verb which means to climb using both feet and hands, climb with effort or difficulty. And on this Thankful Thursday, talk about your blessings more than you talk about your burdens. Talk about your blessings more than you talk about your burdens. Give thanks and be happy instead of being sad and depressed. Talk about your blessings, whether it's one blessing you could remember today or 10. Don't think about the 2 burdens that you have or 20. Think about the positives in your life. Think about your blessings. There should be at least one that you can pinpoint. Waking up and breathing in fresh air, whatever you do, opening your eyes, it's a blessing. And as I posted on social media the other day, going out, leaving home, going out and returning home in one piece, safe and sound, is also a blessing. Trust and believe it's a blessing to leave and be able to return. Let's see what's celebrated today. Today it is Vanilla Ice Cream Day. Vanilla Ice Cream Day on July 23rd. Tips its hat at the second most popular flavor. Take a bowl vanilla ice cream, you scream, we all scream for vanilla ice cream. Of course, the day is part of Ice Cream Month and not too far behind Ice Cream Day. So it is Vanilla Ice Cream Day. So if you're feeling for an ice cream today, try the vanilla flavor. It may seem bland, but we're honoring the day. Today it is also Refreshment Day. On the 4th Thursday in July, celebrate fun at the hottest time of the year. The day toasts those moments of ice, cold refreshment, especially a nice cold juice. These are the simple pleasures that we all love and cherish. And today, it is also Gorgeous Grandma Day. Gorgeous Grandma Day. Maybe you call her Nana or Granny. Maybe you call her when you're in trouble because you know she'll be there for you at the drop of the hat. Whatever the case may be, today is her day. It's not just Grandma Day. Oh no. This July 23rd, we celebrate Gorgeous Grandma Day. Today is the day to tell old Granny just how stunning she really is. She looks fly for an 80-year-old, you have to admit. We bet all the grandpas are dying to get with her. So those of you who are still blessed to have your grandmothers in your lives, give her a special hail up today and remind her she is a blessing. Remind her that she is beautiful and remind her how important she is in your life. Yes, so hail up Granny today and tell her big up she whole self on Gorgeous Grandma Day. And just before we go to the news, yesterday I reminded you of the system just east of Grenada. Weather officials have advised that Grenadians and the rest of the Southern Caribbean should continue keeping an eye on the system. His name is Gonzalo. I don't know where Gonzalo going this time of the year. He just wants piece of the 2020 action. And he is quickly developing. As of now, he is still a tropical storm, but officials expect that by today he will be upgraded to hurricane strength or status. So local authorities have advised that we continue to keep our eyes on Gonzalo. For now, he is tropical storm, but that could change by the end of the day. Those of you who need to be prepared, ensure that your emergency kits are well equipped, that you have your canned foods and anything that may need to take you through whatever short period of time just in case, whether it's batteries, candles, any equipment that you need to protect yourself and keep yourself and your family safe just in case. Just in case. Hurricane Ivan has taught us better safe than sorry. So let's prepare ourselves for Tropical Storm Gonzalo as he prepares to pass over the Southern Caribbean. It is anticipated or predicted that we shall start feeling the effects of the system this weekend. So by tomorrow night into Saturday, God willing, we would start to feel the effects of Tropical Storm Gonzalo. I think that is all I would share this morning. Thank you guys so much. Let's get ready for the morning edition of news. For those of you on radio and those of you on television, it's time for a repeat of last evening's newscast. This is Good Morning Grenada here on Classic GBN Hot 98 Stick and Stay.
We're monitoring the weather. Tropical system number 7 has quickly developed into a tropical storm. Gonzalo is expected to start affecting Grenada within the next few days. Christina John has been speaking with forecaster Jerry Tamer on the development.
Forecasters at the Maurice Bishop International Airport are tracking a system that is currently heading our way. Forecaster Gerard Tamer says conditions are ripe for further strengthening of the system that is not likely to reach hurricane strength. He explains what can be expected in coming days.
This system located in the mid-Atlantic is moving towards the west. In other words, coming in our direction. It is a pretty low system in terms of latitude-wise. And that's what makes it particularly interesting to us in Grenada. The system at present is a pretty small system by all standards, and the environmental conditions are favorable for strengthening rather. Okay? How strong would it be by the time it reaches our longitude is still a bit of a guess, but we can estimate, and it has been estimated by the experts, that by the time it reaches our longitude, it would be a pretty strong storm. So the system is coming based on its current track and speed. The center of it should reach our longitude somewhere on Saturday. Friday into Saturday, we should start feeling the effects of Gonzalo's, whether it is a storm or a hurricane by then.
Tamer says it is still early to make a determination as to dissipation. He strongly advises people not to rely on information from the internet, but to listen for information on weather systems from NADMA.
Well, the growth of social media has posed some amount of challenges to us as Met Office, and I can safely say maybe to NAGMA as a whole. But what we would like to encourage people is to listen to the official voices, that is from NAGMA, about conditions. Some people are not interpreting the information they see on the internet correctly, and there's a lot of bad information being circulated.
Already 2 systems were formed before the official start of the Atlantic hurricane season, 2 in the month of June, and thus far 3 for July. Tamer says this shows that things are progressing as forecasted. Christelina John, GBN News.
As family members and friends come to terms with the loss of their loved ones who died in the tragic vehicular accident on Monday evening in St. David, many have been coming forward to help the families cope. One family is receiving emotional support from the St. George's Anglican Church to help with the grieving process. The details in this report.
On Tuesday morning, Archdeacon Michael Marshall, principals of the St. George's Anglican Junior and Senior School, Nigel DeGale and Asher Bailey, and the teacher, Joycelina DeGale, all visited one of the families who lost their loved one in Monday's accident. 3 children of the families who attended the schools were left motherless after the tragic accident. Archdeacon Marshall, who is also the manager of both schools, said the team went to the home of the deceased parents to express their condolences and give counsel support to the father, children, and other family members in the home.
We were able to have a dialogue with them, limited words from the children, but to reassure them that God is in the present at this moment in time, and He is with us now as we greet them and speak with them. Limited response, of course, from the 3 of them. We were able to give words of counsel and guidance to the family, and at the same time, prayers were offered.
The Archdeacon says that they will continue to assist the family in any way possible at this time, and to families that are affected by this tragedy. He offered some words of wisdom and comfort to those in grief.
God gives and He takes, and blessed be His name. And though we may not have all the human answers, one would expect us as a people to recognize the sovereign nature of God, and in His providential nature also He would have acted and seen it best to have those He created to be with Him at this point in time. I want them at the same point of grief here to recognize that the loss of a loved one really changed the entire atmosphere in a home, in a community. But to rely on God and to place their faith and their trust and hope in Him, so that at this point in time, they'll be able to go through this period of grief with the understanding that God is present.
For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Indeed, that God is present, and the fatal accident on Monday has left a cloud of darkness over the country. It has moved the Eastern Main Bus Road Transportation Association to host a candlelight vigil as the site of the tragedy at Westerhall St. David. GBN's Rina Pear is at the scene, and not a large crowd has gathered as yet, but she's there, and let's join crossover now to Rina. Rina, good evening. Rina, okay, so we seem to have some connectivity issues. We have a lag there. Rina, you hearing me? Go ahead if you are. Okay, so we will move on to another story in the news, and we'll try to see if the connection improves over at Wester Hall. And in case you were making plans for the public holidays that are upcoming, you've got to change your mind. No public holidays for Carnival Monday and Tuesday. So says Prime Minister the Right Honorable Dr. Keith Mitchell. He made a pronouncement during a live broadcast this morning on GBN's To The Point with Blossom Alexis-Welsh.
With the announcement already made of no carnival, now comes another announcement. No public holidays on both days. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell says people are likely to breach protocols should it be given.
I don't enjoy telling people that we have to forego the Monday holiday because Monday alone is holiday and half day on Tuesday. We have to forego both of them. And hopefully next year we can have a bumper time. Hopefully by the time the vaccine comes on stream and we protect ourselves and we feel a bit safer, I believe we sacrifice today for a much more successful 2021. We can't have it. we can't have it because if we do, if you have a holiday, what are you going to do with a holiday?
The PM reminds people that the country was on lockdown for almost 3 months and sees this as a time for businesses as well as government to recuperate the enormous revenue loss. He says people cannot continue with this mindset of free time. This is not right, he says. Dr. Mitchell says Emancipation Day, celebrated annually on the first Monday in August, remains a public holiday. But what is the public's view on the no holiday announcement?
If the PM say no holiday, then there's nothing we could do about it. But what I'm saying is, people been working hard whole year, and that is the only time they get to enjoy themselves, like get a vacation or something to enjoy themselves for Carnival. But what we going to do about it?
I'm going to start to just give us with 2 days. We don't pass go all night here. Just get some 6 to 6. Are we good?
People who working during the year, they're looking forward for a little holiday during the Monday and Tuesday for a little rest. Even though we don't have any carnival, people still want the rest because right through the year they're working. And
honest, I think we should actually have that time as a day off because since we don't have carnival, and I think we use that time for recreational activities. You can spend some time with your family at home, do something just to make up for that those 2 days.
I find in regards to losing such a holiday really impacts the cultural significance of Grenada and the citizens' right to enjoy. I think maybe if you could put your heads together to collectively come to some type of experience to where the holiday is still honored and maybe some type of the way that is showcased has changed, but to cancel it as whole I think is a real it's a real blow to the heart.
Christelina John, GBN News.
And we have been trying to make contact. We didn't have her on the line, but there seems to be some connectivity issues. Rena Pear is over at Wester Hall, where a vigil is being held this evening. Rena, we seem to have better connectivity now, no?
Yes.
Right. So, Rena, quickly, I understand that one of the relatives of one of the people who passed away on Monday is also there. Can we have a brief word with her?
Yes.
So we could maximize on the bandwidth? Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
And we know it's a challenging time for you and your family, and the GBN extends its condolences. So what has it been like for you since Monday?
Well, not good at all.
And the relative of yours, that's the employee the former employee at the Monge Mental Hospital, yeah? Rena, just lower the phone a little bit. If she could just get her to lower the phone a little bit so we could get a little more of yeah, if we could just lower the phone a little bit. Bring it up one. Okay, so let's see if we could just go ahead with the interview. So tell us what it has been like for your family since Monday, if you're hearing us.
It is very hard. It's hard for us because we was very close, and well, as much as he hard for us, but I guess she grandmother, it's more hard for her because it ain't nice at all.
Okay.
Because every minute she crying, because she and she grandmother was very close. And remember, she's 94 years, and every minute.
Yeah, and I know it's a difficult time for you, and we thank you for taking the time to speak with us, and we really hope and pray that, you know, that God gives you grace, strength, and peace. Rena, if we could just cross back to you for a quick second before we move on, Rena. All right, so we would leave it there for the time being, and the Eastern Main Road Bus Transport Association is hosting a candlelight vigil, as we mentioned, at the site of the tragedy at Wester Hall in St. David this evening. GBN's Rena Pay and Bernadette Cornell, who is always supporting us on the technical side, is there as well. They will capture the footage, and we promise we will share more of it with you in tomorrow's newscast. And thanks for staying with us, and also we say a special good evening to our listeners on K105. Health officials have welcomed the news that the 3 Trinidadian nationals who were repatriated from Grenada last week are COVID-19 free. This comes after initial positive results were confirmed by the Ministry of Health in Trinidad on their arrival at the Piarco International Airport. Rena Pay is following that one.
All 3 Trinidadians tested negative for COVID-19. That's the good news coming from the Ministry of Health in Grenada after receiving confirmation from official authorities in Trinidad and Tobago. The 3 men have been tested twice since the first test was conducted on Friday, July 17th, and the individuals are no longer being held in quarantine in Trinidad. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell said he was not surprised by the results.
That did not surprise me, the latest information. In fact, I think we should have been more careful of accepting what was the original, the initial report of positive tests of 3 persons. But of course, since it was said, we had to give it some importance. So that's good news in a sense.
The Ministry of Health says it welcomes this development and confirms its contact tracing efforts since the initial announcement by Trinidad and Tobago. In the last few days, the contact tracing team tested 145 persons in Grenada who were in contact with the 3 repatriated Trinidadians, and all have since tested negative on both CPR and IgG. The Prime Minister stated that while all this is good news, we should not let our guard down, as the virus still poses a threat to the island.
We cannot drop our guard, so to speak, because I think with the opening of the border, there's a possibility. You can't tell, we can't. So far, we have been very lucky, but we can't depend on luck. We have to put all systems in place, like I indicated earlier on, to ensure that we can manage any problems that we have in the future.
Prime Minister Mitchell was speaking on GBN's To The Point program with host Blossom Alexis-Welsh. For GBN News, I am Rena Pay reporting.
Grenada welcomed Caribbean Airlines at 8:55 a.m. as the first commercial flight arrival since the reopening of Grenada's borders to the region on July 15th. The flight carried 6 passengers. The Grenada Airport Authority welcomed the flight with a water cannon salute, and the Grenada Tourism Authority greeted passengers with Pure Grenada bags containing hand sanitizer, spice pouches, Pure Grenada masks, miniature rums, and a customized keychain.
And we suppose the word is welcome home, welcome to Grenada. A chartered JetBlue flight arrived here around 12:30. That's just 4 hours after that flight this morning. And it came from the United States, carrying Grenadians who had been stranded for a while. We go back to Rena Pay for this report.
The flight brought home just about 90 Grenadians who were unable to return home since the outbreak of the coronavirus and the subsequent closure of our borders. Part of the requirement is that each person on the flight would have done a COVID-19 test in the last 7 days, which would have returned a negative result. On arrival in Grenada, each passenger will have a rapid test done at the Maurice Bishop International Airport, and all will be required to proceed to a government-approved accommodation where where they will spend the next 14 days at their own expense. Glenworth Garden, Marketing and Properties Manager at MBIA, spoke of additional safety protocols at the airport.
Well, we have included distance markers on the chairs, distance markers on the floors. We have installed plexiglass sneeze guards, and we have made a number of other changes to our departures and arrivals protocol, including sanitization of persons entering the terminal building from the flight. We have also had exit screening, whereby we have a nurse that takes the temperature of each person who is exiting the country, and if anybody with an elevated temperature, they are referred to some secondary screening.
Gordon says the arrival of the flight and the processing of the passengers went smoothly.
I think for now the response is okay because we don't have that many flights, so there's not such a huge bottleneck of persons transiting the airport space. So although waiting times are lengthened as a result of the new protocols, the persons are glad to be home or glad to exit, whatever the case might be, so they're willing to put up with some level of inconvenience just to be able to get onto their repatriation flight or to arrive in Grenada.
The JetBlue flight also left with just about 96 U.S. citizens and residents who have been stuck in Grenada. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Now, the man who oversees the country's purse is not happy with legal judgments which have gone in favor of citizens who took government to court and won. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell says government will honor its financial commitments. But as Cherry and Blackman Stephen tells us, he's not too happy about it.
Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Dr. Keith Mitchell, says he does not agree with judgments handed down in the Dorset Charles and Gemma Bain Thomas cases. Speaking on the GBN's To The Point on Wednesday, Prime Minister Mitchell, when asked about the payments owed to the two individuals, held nothing back. In 1995, government bulldozed Charles Water Sports business on the Grand Anse Beach and was ordered by the court to pay the businessman $1.6 million, of which government paid $100,000. In a news conference last week, attorney for Charles Anselm Clouden said no further payment was received, and the last sum owed to Charles in 2018 was $3.4 million with interest. In that case, the nation leader says he was a squatter.
Based on the court decision, clearly there were additional resources. He was asked, and with his lawyer, to present as a formula working with the Ministry of Finance, and the follow-up was not done, so the fault was not necessarily on the Ministry of Finance, on the government, for the rest of the payment. I didn't agree with that court decision at all because he was really a squatter, but the court is a court, and I respect the decision of the court. While I don't necessarily agree with all of it, but I respect it, and therefore we act accordingly while disagreeing with the results.
In the Gemma Bain Thomas judgment, the High Court awarded the former Cabinet Secretary more than $500,000 in salaries by 2025, after being forced out of the post by the Prime Minister when he returned to office in 2013. In the case of that ruling, the Prime Minister said it's not fair.
I know they're working on a final formula. It's unfortunate because I don't think that was a deserving result at all. I think it was extremely unfortunate for the government then to have appointed somebody permanent as Cabinet Secretary. I think it was wrong fundamentally. To me, that was an immoral act. To me, I would call it a dishonest act. So the country's paying hundreds of thousands, probably more than $1 million, for what a previous government did, which I think was fundamentally flawed.
Government was ordered to pay WRB more than 200 million EC dollars to buy back its majority shareholding interest in the island's sole electricity generating company. When asked about payment in the judgment handed down in the Grenlec matter, Prime Minister Mitchell painted a bleak picture.
But we can't afford to pay anything, but we have to meet certain basic things. The Ministry of Public Utilities, headed by Minister Boyne, they're working closely with the WRB and its owners, and to work out some kind of formula
Despite government financial strain, Prime Minister Mitchell said he believes the end result will be far better than what exists in guiding the price of electricity. In one bill owing to the state of Grenada by former government Senator Sheldon Scott, who racked up a $70,000 phone bill while on government data plan, the Prime Minister noted that the bill remains unpaid. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
And we're moving now to St. David, where residents are current and meeting this evening to discuss some pressing matters. One of their concerns relates to the lands surrounding the Bel Air plantation. We get details in this report.
Recently, residents in Corinth St. David have been clamoring for some changes in the area near the beach. Not only have they been having issues with restriction of access to the beach, but also to another area in close proximity. The residents say the owners of the Bel Air plantation have built a structure on the allowed road and are now allegedly accosting residents who use the road. According to them, a portion of the land which was sold to the owners of the plantation was left by the seller to the community for recreational activity years ago. According to the residents, a structure was built on the given plot of land and a fence was built along the roadside, preventing them from entering the land, which they say is rightfully theirs. One of the residents in the area recalled the moment when the land was sold.
There was a piece of property that the original owner of Lasuse, who was LCJ Thomas, left for the people in the community. And there are people down there now who are trying to claim it. They go so far to put a building onto it, which wasn't supposed to be. This land was left for the community people. Originally, this property was belonged to the community. This is an area that we used to go on a weekend, hold with crab, with fish, with cook, and everything on the ground there. Mr. Thomas realized that we used to be there every weekend. He passed down the seeing guys cooking and enjoying themselves on the ground there. So when he sold the property, he did not sell this piece of land. He left that piece of land for the community.
The historical value of the area is one that must be preserved. A teacher in the area, Marlene Neptune, says with restrictions imposed on the land, it will now be impossible to bring students into the environment during lessons, something she has done for years.
You know the coal that they powered the ships with before, the old-time ships? Pick them up in the water over there. It's there. The clay from the town, it's still there in the water. And our children should have access to that because it's part of our history. We can walk that trail. There was over there a cannon that protected this place here. Who knows that? The Indians used to plant, our Indians, our East Indian brothers and sisters, they used to cultivate here. This was a bread basket of our community. This is ours, and if you walk the trail, you see up there the relics of the old cemetery, the relics of the old church, and all around. Mr. John would go with me, with the children. It hurts me to think that we would not have access to these areas. Development is important, but we have to balance it.
Today's meeting was held to discuss the way forward, not only on the possibility of regaining access to the land, but other issues within the area that need to be resolved. GBN made efforts to reach the owner of the plantation for comment, but was unsuccessful. What will the new school year bring? That's the question many are asking as they ponder the new school term scheduled to begin in September. If it does, it will be the second time that teachers and students will meet each other in a classroom setting for 2020, since the Trinity term was cancelled because of COVID-19. Jeremy Baker has a reflective on the fallout caused and a look ahead to what lessons could be applied.
Most of the controversies are over, at least for now, as the Michaelmas term closes. School is officially out, and teachers, parents, and education officials are now left to reflect on the challenge of not being able to host brick-and-mortar-based education sessions. The countless arguments over transitioning to online platforms were fully ventilated, and now it's time for reflection and looking ahead. Now that the school year has ended, teachers Willen Antoine and Marie Maras reminisced on their COVID-19 teaching experiences.
My COVID-19 teaching experience was very challenging, at times bordering on stressful.
Well, I must say COVID-19 has affected my teaching experience both in a positive and a negative way. First of all, in a positive way, it has given me the opportunity to utilize technology to bring across various contents to the students, and it gives them also the experience or the opportunity to communicate back to me. On the other hand, it took me away from the physical settings of the classroom, where you would have a more one-on-one interaction with the students. So as a result of COVID-19, that was basically taken away.
Many argued about the problems created by COVID-19, but there were many positives hidden under the education bushel.
The parents of the students are more involved in their child's, school life, and it gives them an understanding as to the everyday work teachers have to go through. And so as a result, they would show more appreciation, basically, for the work teachers do.
Although this was a challenging school year for these educators, they made the necessary adjustments.
With COVID-19, as well directed by the Ministry of Education, the period of remote instructions was to be used strictly for revision purposes. I used a lot of videos, and it showed me that you could use technology to make learning fun.
So, what does the future of education look like for students?
I think it's a good one, and with the introduction of the MSTAR platform, I believe that it would open a more effective way, or I should say, an alternative to learning.
A Union of Teachers official recently noted the ongoing nature of the learning experience. As he said, the school buildings were shut, but school was never closed. One chapter closes. Let's see what September brings. Jeremy Baker, reporting for GBN News.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Whenever we're faced with difficulties, we find comfort in those we know and trust. This is especially true when a loved one has died.
Welcome to Otway Bailey Funeral Home.
For over 100 years, Otway Bailey Funeral Home has helped families celebrate the lives of their loved ones with compassion and dignity. Our affordability, attention to detail, warm and caring staff has contributed us being the funeral home of choice for official and state funerals. We treat you as we would treat our own family. All of our services are designed to help you get through one of the most personal and challenging stages of life, whether it's planning a funeral, joining our burial society, or pre-arrangements. You can be assured of the Otway Bailey commitment to consistently provide the most caring and professional service possible with the best options and price. So call us 440-2558 or visit our website, otwaybaileyfuneralhome.org.
At Otway Bailey, we offer the perfect tribute any family can afford.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
I'm reaching my dreams with GOT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GOT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way, from birth to graduation, your first job to your home and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs, including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
That baby, I'm grateful. Now you see me shine from my mind. Finally got back my smile.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada, 21 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. Thank you, those of you just joining us. Better late than never. Those of you that stuck with us, thank you for your patience. Let's get into this morning's topic of the day. As announced by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell yesterday, government will be... what's the word I'm looking for? Revoking the Carnival Monday and Tuesday holidays, so they will no longer be public holidays. Carnival Monday and Tuesday, we all have to go to our respective jobs. However, we pay our bills. That's what we are going to be doing. What should have been Carnival Monday and Tuesday. So I want to hear from you, our viewers and listeners. What do you think about this latest development? Are you disappointed? Do you agree? Are you in two minds? How do you feel that Carnival Monday and Tuesday instead of Juve, Pretty Mass, Monday Night Mass, and Last Lap, we have to come to work? How do you feel about that? Let me know. Hit me up on the landline 435-2041. You can also weigh in and share your thoughts on the topic on the GBN Television Facebook page, as well as the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel. Those of you that prefer to weigh in on WhatsApp, please only written messages on WhatsApp. No voice or video calls, no voice notes, no links, no pictures or videos, only written messages on the WhatsApp, please. I have to say it on a daily basis because some people probably miss the message. So I'm going to repeat it. Only written messages on WhatsApp. So let's go. No more public holiday on Carnival Monday and Tuesday. How do you feel about that? Let's go to our first caller. Good morning.
Morning, Blossom.
Morning, Tanti. How you do?
Are they hanging in there? How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there as well.
God bless you. Good to hear you.
Thank you very much. Go ahead. How you feel?
Well, I feel a whole lot content with what the Prime Minister said. I agree with him 100%. No, the people already home about 3 months holidays. They get too much already. You have a job to go to. You go back to work. You don't depend on Carnival Monday and Tuesday for holiday again. Where you want this holiday to do? Where you going? You're already home. You thank God that you have a job to go to. Some people don't have a job to go to because the virus take their job away from them. You're already on holidays. Do not ask the Prime Minister. Don't even think about it. No more holiday. We have no holiday to get Monday and Tuesday for Carnival. We have the regular, how they call it, Emancipation Day, the Monday. It's a regular holiday. We get that. Those who have to go to work, get up and go to work. Get up and thank God that you have a job to go to. No, we like too much holiday. We mustn't depend on this holiday thing all the time. Get up and lively up and say, go to work. You have a job to go to. Some people don't have a job. They're home. You're home with your family. Sit down and thank God that you're home. You have a job to go to the job. If you haven't got a job to go to, you're home. Remember, holidays has come all the time. This is something going on, a crisis in the world, and that crisis takes away lots of people holidays.
Okay.
Lots of people home and they on holiday. Once they're home already, they can't get more holiday again.
All right.
Give a chance to go. Let him do what he have to do, and he do the right thing. No holiday for Carnival Monday and Tuesday. Don't even think about it, people.
All right. Thank you, Tati. Have a good day. The revocation, let me make sure, and I'm using the phrase of a news release on the GIS Facebook page. It's revoking Carnival Monday and Tuesday as national holidays this year. So I'm not using my own words, I'm not making it up. I'm going off of GIS. I know sometimes y'all tell me I'm using the wrong word, but there we go. So the revocation of Carnival Monday and Tuesday as national holiday. What do you think about that? Good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Welcome, Miss Jacob. Good morning.
How you do?
I did it. Fighting a good fight. How you doing?
Yeah, we have to fight it.
Yeah.
I did it too. And what about my mommy?
She good, man. She did it too.
Right. And Tanti, good morning. Tanti, I hope you did it too.
So, Miss Jacob, how you feel about revoking Carnival Monday and Tuesday as holidays?
I feel so proud of my Prime Minister. No holiday. Well, what you want the holiday for? Eh? What? For 4 days you're home, 4 months you're home. But the COVID give them 4 days. Well, that Carnival Monday and Tuesday. No, you don't have Carnival Monday and Tuesday. Go back to your work and thank God when I was there. Thank God before I go to work. Thank God that I could get a day to go to work. Oh. What kind of holiday you want again? No holiday, please. My beautiful Prime Minister, no holiday. And Sister Blossom, you and Mommy have a wonderful and a blessed day.
Thank you very much, Ms. Jacob. You as well. Enjoy the day.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. No public holiday, Carnival Monday and Tuesday. How do you feel? Let's see what's on WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, after staying home for months, I think it's the right move. Somebody else says, I am disappointed because I worked all during the lockdown. Me too. Me too. I was saying the same thing. How do you feel? Let's see. Somebody else said, I agree with the Prime Minister. We are still under the COVID regulations. Hold on, I lost the message. We are still under the COVID regulations, and it looks like some Grenadians prefer FET over their health and their lives. Back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you do?
Go ahead for the time.
All right, just turn the volume down on the TV or the radio.
Hello?
All right, let's go. What do you think about it?
I think the Prime Minister should have tell the people the exact truth, because for Carnival, you must pass a law. And we do have Carnival, we can't pass no law, we can't have no holiday.
Okay. Thank you.
SRNO have to declare for the half holiday on Tuesday and so on. So what is the reason for giving the holiday and you don't have nothing for it, the law? So you should have come out on that side and say, well, there is no Carnival, you can't give no holidays, no laws, nothing. The law have to pass through the Carnival and so on.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
I ain't sure I grasp that one, but it's okay. All right, let me go. What do you think about revocation of Carnival Monday and Tuesday as public holidays? Let's see what's on Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, tradition is tradition. It should be a holiday. WhatsApp, I agree with the Prime Minister, because if he leaves the 2 days, people will still play mass, and it doesn't have enough police to stop people from playing mass. Somebody else says, while I agree that a holiday for an event that is no longer taking place makes no sense, inform the people that a forced lockdown is not a holiday. Many people saw a truckload of trouble both mentally and otherwise during the lockdown and curfew periods. I hate to hear the misconception that it was a holiday period. I, for one, spent it panicking, fighting with thieves, and felt very restrained. What kind of holiday or vacation is that? Nonsense. Point. Actually, right, I could see where you're coming from, because we have had conversations from union representatives about not deeming those COVID lockdown times as vacation. So I see where you're coming from. So that argument, come back and might bite some people in it. Or they tell me that 4 months wasn't vacation, so my employer shouldn't see it as vacation. So it shouldn't be deemed so when it comes to the 2 days that we could get. Right, thanks. Thanks. Big up yourself. Back to the phone lines. Good morning. Hello. All right, lost that caller. What do you think about the revocation of Carnival Monday and Tuesday as public holidays? Let's see what's on Facebook. Let's see what's on WhatsApp. WhatsApper says, I may not agree with the Prime Minister on most things, but I am in full support of this. People have been getting on since March, so a little break is good. Oh, people have been fetting since March, so a little break is good. I haven't been fetting. Somebody says we are still on the state of emergency. Another WhatsApper, I am disappointed because we can have but give holiday. It is the least you can do. A word missing somewhere there. Back to the phone line. Good morning.
Good morning, Blossom. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How you do?
Very well. I couldn't agree with the Prime Minister altogether, because there are many of us who've been working tirelessly beside during the lockdown and even after. And, I think you could have at least given 1 day, even if not the 2, at least 1 day. And as the previous caller said, the days weren't seen as vacation days or holidays. And I think you should really reconsider that and give us at least 1 of the days. Thank you.
Thank you very much, writer. Caller. Thank you, caller. I see where you're coming from. I think I could work with that one. If you take back 1, fine. But give us 1 day. All right. That's okay. I feel you. Somebody on WhatsApp says, thank God, no carnival. Good morning.
Good morning, Blossom.
How you do?
I'm good.
All right. What do you think about taking 2 days and it's no longer public holidays?
Blossom, let me say this. Years ago, Carnival was in February. and the Monday and Tuesday were holiday because of Carnival. Years after they moved it to August. And because of Carnival, we had the holidays. If there is no Carnival, obviously there is no holiday. So I'm answering the issue we are talking about. The holiday is because of Carnival. No Carnival, there is no holiday. What's the holiday for? Have a blessed day.
Thank you very much. Call, some of us would use it to rest. Some of us, raise your hand if you'd use it to rest. Some. I know, some. All right, let's go. Somebody on YouTube says, it's sad, but we're living in sad times. Facebook, what if the government lays with the companies who had their employees working throughout the lockdown period and give only them the 2 days off, or at least 1 day? Facebook, I'll find a fight. Facebook, I'll fight. Link up with the PM and give the PM that suggestion. Facebook, I'll fight. Yes. Another Facebooker says this revocation is all part of the conspiracy theories aimed at instilling fear or increasing anxiousness for a vaccine aimed at the depopulation of the world. Another case of dictatorship. Okay. Right out, I'd like to know how you get that conclusion, but okay. You know what? People's thoughts and feelings are their own. Okay, Facebooker. Back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Blossom. Thanks for having me on the line. But I agree with Dr. Keith Mitchell 100%. If the carnival postponed for next year, wait for next year not be far. Right? You will get all your holiday next year. But one question I want to ask you. What's our holiday on the 3rd of August?
It's still in place. It's still a holiday.
All right. Well, then some of the people getting confused. So let us wait for next year and go and do the work.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Bido. Yes, the 3rd, which is Emancipation, it is still a public holiday. Is the 10th and the 11th that we have to come to. The 10th and the 11th, hold on, let me make sure it's the 10th and the 11th. Yes, the 10th and the 11th is when we have to come to work. The 3rd is still a public holiday. Let me see. All right, WhatsApp. Let's go back by WhatsApp. WhatsApper says hold on. It's a marked calendar holiday and it should be given, not because there's no carnival. There are people like me who need the break. I don't take part in carnival. Somebody else says the 2 callers so far are on retirement, so they don't understand. Okay, so that's the early callers. What a couple of days off mean. Nonetheless, I think it's a good move to avoid people breaking the curfew, because if there's no work, obviously people would fit. Yes, I read the first part. Somebody else on WhatsApp says, hold on, let me make sure my phone's not ringing. All right. It's only fair that those who have to work should continue going to work, since the wheels of the economy need to keep turning. So work. How much difference that 2 days would make, though? I've seen that argument, but I mean, how much difference those 2 days would make? Somebody says, I agree with the Prime Minister. Carnival is not taking place this year, then there is no need for any public holiday. The holiday is solely for Carnival. Back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. How you do?
Adi.
All right. How you feel about revocation of the 2 days as public holidays?
Well, first of all, I think that Grenadian, if they call themselves Christian society and the quarantine is there, it's to have a little stability with their own self and know what's going on. And they're just going, and they don't stop with the real relativeness of the Christianity or righteous people. You know, they ain't even on a flow. So take your time to take themselves into their own accordance and remember how they have themselves on earth. Know where they're getting the stability from, and know the transcension that we have to keep up. It's a Christian society. We act as Christians sometimes. All right. Thanks.
Thank you very much, caller. We are looking, topic of the day, the revocation of Carnival Monday and Tuesday as public holidays. How do you feel about that? Let me check the social media. Somebody on Facebook says, I think some people are confusing lockdown and holiday. Not everyone partakes in carnival but looks forward for the time off. Lockdown is not a holiday. We were restricted from movement and places were closed. They can restrict movement but don't revoke the holiday. Let's see what's on WhatsApp. I agree with the Prime Minister because of possible COVID-19 spread, but this is a sinister decision in the making for the near future. This is very serious. Phone lines, good morning.
Good morning to you, Miss Blossom.
Morning, how you do?
I'm all right for the time being.
All right.
I support the Prime Minister, no carnival, no holiday. What will you do with the holiday if you don't have carnival and the holiday was designated directly for carnival? People could still have their rest. I don't see nothing wrong in you having your rest. It doesn't mean that because you're going to work, you don't have a rest. I don't see the difference. I feel in the safety of Grenada, no carnival, no holiday. In the safety of Grenada. And we see actually how people start behaving already. So why should you give the police more worries or more trouble? I don't see any sense in it. I support the Prime Minister. It's not a normal situation. We have to understand that it's not normal times in Grenada. Anything could happen still. So for more safety, I support the Prime Minister.
All right. Thank you very much, caller. On that note, let's take a break, pay some bills, and then we're going to come back and continue the discussion. This is Good Morning Grenada on Classic GBN Hot 98. We'll be right back.
Greetings everyone. I hope this message meets you and yours in the best of health as we join in encouraging all to act responsibly.
COVID-19 presents the most serious
and deadly challenge any of us will experience in our lifetimes.
We must act now.
We need to keep the Caribbean safe.
We can all help to stop the spread of the coronavirus. Please stay at home.
So Caribbean people, please stay home.
Caribbean people, please stay at home.
Please stay home. It's that simple. This too shall pass, but for now, stay home.
Stay in your yard. Stay home, stay safe.
The following are a list of food items to have on hand amidst COVID-19. Perishables like vegetables, fruits, provisions, and eggs. You are advised to stock perishable items to last up to 2 weeks. Non-perishable items including dry goods like cereals, flour, cornmeal, oats, rice, pasta, nuts and nut butters like peanut butter, crackers, canned or frozen meats, ready-to-eat canned meats, powdered or canned milk, dried peas and beans, canned fruits in natural juices, 100% canned fruit juices, and canned vegetables. You can stock non-perishable food items to last up to 1 month. Store bottled or clean drinking water, 1 gallon or more per day per person. If you suffer from a medical condition, have prescribed medications on hand. A message from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council as we battle COVID-19.
5 things you need to know about self-isolation. Stay home. If you are told to self-isolate, it means staying at home, not going to work, school, or other public places, and you should not have any visitors. Separate yourself. If you live with others, then you need to stay in a well-ventilated bedroom with the door shut. If you have to share a bathroom, then use it after everyone else. Don't share towels and toiletries, as this may put others at risk. call ahead. If you develop symptoms such as a fever or cough, then seek advice first by calling the Ministry of Health's hotline at 538-4787 or 458-4787. Please do not show up at a medical center or hospital, as this may put others at risk. Take care with waste. If you test positive, your waste should be double bagged and disposed of separately. Create a buddy system. If you live on your own, you can plan with friends and family to check in with each other and run essential errands if one becomes sick. Once sick, they should leave groceries on the doorstep. Why it's important. COVID-19 causes a mild illness for 4 out of 5 persons. Self-isolating will help protect the older generation and those who may have underlying health problems from getting infected.
It's really been a while, but now we got back that smile.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada Classic Hot GBN. We're into the topic of the day. Government announced, or Prime Minister Mitchell announced yesterday, of government's intention to have Carnival Monday and Tuesday revoked as national holidays this year. How do you feel about that? Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yes. Things like Corpus Christi and Whit Monday and so on was observed even during the lockdown. Now, if Carnival is a local holiday, and even if we're not having Carnival still, I think the day should still be given because it's our local thing that we should respect. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. How do you feel about it? Let me go back to Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, people need to be informed that Carnival days are not calendar-marked holidays. They are decreed by the Governor General. When the time comes, please stop the misinformation, people. Somebody says, I have no problem with the Prime Minister. We are not living in normal times. If Grenadians get a second wave, we would be sorry because a lot of people would die this time around. What? Just my concern. We need to take this seriously, people. Take note. Another Facebooker says, Blossom, no Carnival, no holiday. Phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, Buffy.
Morning, Miss Jeremiah. How you doing?
How are you, darling?
I'm great.
I agree with the rationale because this day and a half holiday on Carnival is specifically for Carnival. So if there's no Carnival, then I agree with the revocation. But I would have preferred, under the conditions and circumstances we are in, if they had used these 2 days for seeking God, spending some time in prayer as a nation, and let God intervene. But the Bible tells us not all who say Lord, Lord means Lord. Have a blessed day, darling.
Thank you, Ms. Jeremiah. Have yourself a good one as well. Somebody on WhatsApp says they want to jump up and kill people again. No holiday for them because they have no behavior. Another WhatsApper, I was saying the Prime Minister go have to lock down the country for the 2 days because we have already shown we don't have behavior. So I agree. No holiday. I totally agree with the Prime Minister. We have lost months of production already. Sacrifices are 2 ways. We have to learn to give up from our side also. Good decision, Prime Minister. Phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, Blossom, and how are you?
Morning, I'm good. How you do?
I'm good, sweetie.
All right.
I think if the Prime Minister makes a decision, we don't want people's opinion on this. No Carnival, no holiday.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Somebody this morning, one of the callers had made a comment as it relates to Parliament and going before Parliament. I was just reading over the news release from on the Government Information Service Facebook page, and it noted that a bill has been drafted that is expected to be brought before the House of Representatives when Parliament meets next week, Wednesday. So they are taking the necessary steps to officially ensure that we don't have the holiday. hurting my feelings. Let me go. Phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning, how you do?
Not so bad.
All right, go ahead.
I don't see what people making this big fuss for, because to me, every day is a holiday in Grenada. And that is true. Every day is a holiday. Half of them get up in the morning time, they don't go to work, they're on the street corner liming. So Carnival is, it's not a holiday, it's just because it's Carnival, it's a day and a half. So these people making this big fuss. Tell them go and find something to do.
Thank you very much. Not only the unemployed want the day, caller. Some of us who are employed would like the day. Remember, I've been working through the lockdown too. So a little 2 days, is welcome. So it's not only the unemployed that find it sad that we no longer have the day. Phone lines, revocation of Carnival Monday and Tuesday as public holidays. How do you feel? Good morning.
Well, I feel not good. I feel what the Prime Minister did is very good. Because if you check with the COVID-19, everybody, they're calling on the Prime Minister. Prime Minister, we hungry, we want package, we want things to eat, right? If you can't buy things to eat for your own self, or you want to pay Carnival, so you have to have money, and look at it, work just open out, right? Who had a little bills to pay? We're glad to work Monday and Tuesday to organize to pay the bills, because people can't and see they don't have money to pay bills. If you have money, it's only who benefiting from that, I could see, is them people who working by the month, right? And the bus driver will benefit, because what happened? The people who are glad to stay home, because as long as they're working by the month and they stay home, they get them pay. But who ain't working by the month? Like if you're doing construction work, how are you working? And you ain't working, you can't get pay. So how you mind to pay your bills and then because so much monthly they home? How you get money to pay your bills? I agree with the Prime Minister. You have to look at one way. When them few carnivals are back, when rain come, the Prime Minister still giving them half day in the next day, cutting down and we work to go to work for they could to enjoy themselves. So only 1 year they can do that. They really do that a year too now. So we have to use our head. You're gonna jump up, your sickness you want jump up and walk. Yeah, you know who have it. It's true. We know things cool and nice and things. But like we back in we crease still. Next year God will give you health and strength, don't enjoy yourself more. The Prime Minister might give them a day more to organize yourself. But you have to understand we're in a crisis. Right? What? When you're in a crisis, you have to bat in your crease. Forget Carnival for 1 year, right? If you're sick, right, or tell something, and you have your wife, you study to have pleasure with your wife. No, you're sick, you have to hold on until you get good, then you have pleasure. So hold on and then don't get time and don't have pleasure. 2 days don't kill. Pray for the 2 days that you can enjoy yourself and strength and life, and you could organize yourself and do something. I hope the majority of us have children. We have grandchildren. Stay home, you can play with the children. That's the time. Okay. Look at I see a lot of people about them.
Okay.
You have to look at it in two ways, not one way. All right, thanks very much.
Thank you very much, caller.
All right.
Thank you very much, caller. Let's see what's on YouTube. One more holiday is one more day not producing anything in the country. WhatsApp. Beverly says 100% in agreement with the Prime Minister. Bank holiday means party time. We must remember COVID-19. Somebody says thumbs up to the Prime Minister. Another WhatsApper. New World Order. Stop. Let me start from the top. Holiday or not, I must go play. I fed up. I want a party. What? During the lockdown, I was working and even more productive at that. New World Order, so you believe 2021 we're going to have Carnival? This whole conspiracy sucks. Okay. Somebody else says, I don't believe in Carnival, but COVID was not holiday. I looked up the meaning of holiday and it says leisure. Was COVID leisure day? I could not even go to the road close to my house. What is this? I don't believe in Carnival, but COVID was not holiday. Phone lines. Revocation of Carnival Monday and Tuesday as public holidays. How do you feel? Good morning, caller.
Why the Prime Minister? I would have given 1 day's holiday for the main reason to see how the people would behave. But I would make the police more alert, where we would be able to get more $500 and $1,000 should in case these people break the rules that I made. Maybe it might have been a good thing to collect some good money for the hospitals and other places. So that might have, if they know the rules, they would have stayed home and practiced love among their families and so on and so on. That's what I would have done. Bring money into the country from the people who do not want to obey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller, for your contribution. Let's see what's on WhatsApp before the phone rings. Somebody on WhatsApp says Corpus Christi and Whit Monday were observed as holidays. Why we can't be given the days as well? Still with a slave mentality to respect foreign influence but not our own. Somebody else on WhatsApp says, I work in a call center, so either way I have to work. I think they should keep the holiday though, so I can get my double pay. You see? Ooh, I like how you're thinking. Big up yourself. Somebody says, I want to know the people who the holidays are willing to take it without pay. I want to know who don't want the holiday. Are they willing to take it without pay? Or who want it? I don't know. A word missing somewhere in that sentence. Phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you do?
Not too bad this morning, no?
Say that again?
Good. I said not too bad.
Oh, okay, all right. So go ahead.
Well, we know the Prime Minister ain't going to make a stupid decision. Why should we have a holiday if we don't have carnival? I mean, come on. Holiday for what? Holiday for what? Come on. People have to use the sense and for the country, for the government to lose millions of dollars. That's what we are for the government. And then next month they say, government can't pay salary. Government can't pay salary. No holiday. Bye-bye.
Thank you, caller. Somebody on WhatsApp, I am in full agreement with the Prime Minister. If the people get the holiday, they will use it to fet. I believe so as well. Let's see what's on Facebook. I think we have to be careful with the decision because the administration has all the votes in Parliament and can get anything passed and made into law for the rest of the years to come. So we have to be very careful with certain decisions made, and where the head leads, the rest of the tail will follow, as we always see in the past. Let me see. The phone's not ringing yet. All right. Somebody on WhatsApp says maybe the 2 days should be given to Grenadians to attend Caraco's Carnival next year, provided that the COVID-19 situation doesn't get worse. I like that idea. They've been looking to implement those 2 days for Caraco Carnival as holidays, so more Grenadians will go up. Now maybe a good chance to do so. Holiday or not, the PM failed to realize that most people ain't have a job, so it won't make a difference. Who will suffer are ones that were working throughout the lockdown. Phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, Blossom. How are you?
I'm great. How you do?
I agree with the Prime Minister. No holiday. They're going to use a holiday to kill people and to go and drown themselves. No holiday.
All right, caller. Thank you. Caller, so you're using to kill people and drown yourself for the caller. Oh, you're harsh, girlfriend. You're harsh. Hold on. I'm checking to see if there's an update on Tropical Storm Gonzalo. The next intermediate update is expected at 8 a.m. One hasn't been disseminated as yet. All right, so let's get back to the topic of the day. Revocation of Carnival Monday and Tuesday as public holidays. How do you feel? WhatsApp says, I agree. Imagine no carnival with the holidays still there. There will be village launch and juve around every corner, compromising the progress made thus far. And although we are a Christian society, is the same money made from carnival collected in church offering baskets. Phone lines, good morning.
Morning.
How you do?
How are you?
I'm good.
But you see the thing about it, Sorry. The thing about it is, Blossom, what does it take for people to learn? The thing about it is, okay, carnival or no carnival, the people have a certain mentality. And okay, it's like horses in a stable, and they pen up, they cage up, and anytime the stable is unlocked, it's like mass, you know. And if we as a people always want a master over our head to tell us how to behave, then we are literal slaves, no? So we have to learn. We have to adapt a sense of responsibility, right? A sense of maturity, and stop this childish behavior. These things. As soon as we get a little break, is mass. The COVID is in the air. It's all over the world. Why we still feel that we just have to have it just to behave? Oh Lord, last time it is so unfortunate. It's just too sad. Anyway, I am still for the. I am still in agreement with the Prime Minister. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Let me see if I can get 2 more Facebook comments. Somebody says, at least they could have given 1 day holiday. Yeah, man. Look a day now. Somebody says the country already debt-stricken, more holidays, more expenditure. Leave it out. Another WhatsApper, I hate the fact I have to agree with the why I hate it? I hate the fact I have to agree with the Prime Minister, but he is right on this one, because if Carnival is cancelled, it should be a working day for Grenadians and not go into Bathway to behave in the most despicable manner. I am vexed to agree with him, but he's on point in this one. You can take a day and a half, but you won't get paid. The main pipe in PM is broken and needs serious attention. The people not getting water. Nawasa, can you attend to this situation? The main pipe in PT Martinique? Okay, Nawasa, the main pipe in PT Martinique is broken. Final caller of the program. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Not too bad.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I normally don't support the Prime Minister and all the decisions that he make. But this one, I support him 100%. Kudos, Prime Minister. That's the way to go. With this holiday, although there is no carnival, you think people wouldn't find themselves in their groups and have their own carnival? Of course, no carnival, no holiday. Thank you, Prime Minister.
Thank you, caller, and I tend to agree with you. As I close this morning, while I would have appreciated 2 days to get some rest because I've been working through the lockdown, I could understand the rationale behind not designating it public holidays. Like the caller said, some of us would use it to fit. We have already been showing our true colors throughout the lockdown, and I have a feeling that influenced the decision possibly. Because if we weren't behaving what should have been working days, then when we do what should have been Juve morning, we've already been planning to protest in Old Isle. Protest in Old Isle on the carnage. I'm sure somebody somewhere would have found an opportunity to fit. So I could understand why the authorities thought this was the best decision to make. On that note, we're going to end the program this morning. Thank you guys so much for participating in the topic of the day. Thank you for letting your voices be heard. Appreciate your participation as always. It's time now to join the BBC for the 8 a.m. newscast. Thank you guys again. Have yourselves a productive and thankful Thursday. Bye-bye. Stay safe, everybody.